My name is John Zegers. I started at the hospital in 1964. I was hired as an attendant at that time. So that meant that for the first, I think, maybe 15 years or so, we worked as an attendant on an infirmary. It was a good place to work. It was something that we all stuck together as attendants. And patients-wise, we got to know quite a few, and they became more or less our family at that time. Because most of the patients here didn't have very many visitors. You know, there was not much communication between the families and whoever was in here. So we were more or less the lifeline of more or less the outside world. I applied for the farm and was hired on the farm. The farm was essential to the patient. The program that we had on the farm, we employed maybe up to 100 patients. When we did our potatoes and picked our apples, and because we supplied maybe 20,000 bags of potatoes to the hospital. We supplied all the apples, vegetables, like we had a big onion house where we did all the onions, and that was all done with patients. We were able to pay them, and that was a good thing. So the patients as such really enjoyed that program. And I always thought it was some place for them to rest. They could rest their mind, because they came from an environment here where maybe there was 80 somewhat patients on a ward. How much rest do you get really with that much people around you? And to the farm they could come and there was some place that they could rest. Even so, they did a lot of physical work, of course, but their mind could be at rest like when they did those. So that was, I always thought that was something that we provided for them. And we also had a big beef farm up there. We had about 100 head of cattle there, which about 2 of them would be slaughtered every week in Aylmer. We used to take them to a slaughterhouse in Aylmer, and then they would be brought back maybe we'd take them on a Monday, and they would be brought back maybe on Thursday and put into the cooler here at the hospital, because there was a butcher shop. A full-time butcher was here at all times, so he processed all that meat like that we supplied him.